Oh, yeah, pipe smokers. Happy Monday. Yeah, it's the 3rd of June, 2024. Yeah, so it's our Monday night smoke together. Uh, so grab your pipe, grab your favorite blend, grab a beverage, and let's smoke together. It's 78 degrees outside, beautiful sunny skies. So after I'm done with the smoke together, I'm going to go outside and enjoy it. Yeah. So we've got something that I haven't smoked in quite some time. It's a very Latakia rich. It says a rich Latakia mixture pressed in 1 ounce cakes, but it's not cakes, it's plug. It's true plug. Uh, and it's called Gaslight by GLPs. Very, very Latakia rich. I love this stuff. And it's not a crumble cake or a cake or anything. That's true. That's true plug. All right. I know. I cut it up many times. Oh, it smells great. I don't know if I cut it up fine enough. I haven't done plug in a while, and I kind of rushed it. So hopefully this pipe. This is my bowl number 0 Radisha pipe, handmade just for me, gifted to me under the giftees specifically what he wanted for me. And that's Mark Hill gifted me this pipe. Thank you, Mark. It's not about the money. This is not a cheap pipe. I got a note from the pipe maker. Can't find it in his collection of pipes anywhere. Anything like this. It's just absolutely beautiful. Let's set it on fire. Mm-hmm. We'll see if I've done my job right. I tried rubbing it out the best I could, but I don't know. Sometimes you get in a rush, and you should never get in a rush with plug tobacco. Mm. Mm. I think I did a good job. Look how that tobacco rises right up out of the bowl. Mm. Oh, so good, that Latakia. Just hits your brain instantly and relaxes you. I knew before I read about it that Latakia has a relaxing, uh, I don't know what you want to call it. It gives you a relaxing sensation. It has properties that somehow relax you. And then I read about it. That's why I gravitated towards these Latakia blends and I like other blends besides that. I love English blends. But I just knew there was something about a rich Latakia blend that as soon as I started smoking it, it's just like, yeah, man, this is great, you know? So, yeah. So I had work today, and my job was to run the welding robot, which is pretty simple. You just basically set up the pieces that you're going to weld. I'm welding smaller pieces, so we have a what they call a fixture where there's, let's see, how many parts? One, two, three different parts. You set it up. The fixture screws down in such a fashion that when you put it all together, it's like a puzzle. And it's within 20 thousandths, meaning that the tolerances are within 20 thousandths, which is a human hair is 3 thousandths of an inch. So we're working with real close. So, you set it up, turn the table, walk over, push a button. The other side of the table has another fixture on it. You set 5 of those up. So that's what I did all day today. It's cool. Oh, man. If you are a Latakia lover, then you would love Gaslight. If you love Latakia blends, go look up GLP's Gaslight. Look at the reviews on it and so forth. And it's strong too, man. It'll give you a nick hit. You'll start hiccuping if you smoke it too fast. What a great blend. And I haven't smoked this, I bet you, in 6-8 months. Like most plug tobacco, it has a pretty high moisture content that it retains. And then, of course, you open up a tin of it, you throw it in a mason jar, and it just doesn't dry out ever. So my recommendation is to slice it up, rub it out. Now with this, I sliced it up into little slices, I would say less than 1/4 of an inch. And I sliced 3 of them. And then what I did is I took one, put it in the palm of my hand over my cutting board, and I rubbed it around and around and around and around like this, set it down, and then rubbed it with my hands like that, and just kept doing that over and over and over. And that's, it's part of your rite of passage. If you want to smoke plug tobacco and you want to have an enjoyable experience, your rite of passage is to rub it out correctly. That's your rite of passage. But what I didn't do, I should have let this sit out for about 20 minutes, but I didn't. So it's a little moist, thus I'm having to relight it, Oh, yeah. There we go. Now she's starting to dry up. She's still rising up out of the bowl. This is a very strong blend. I'm just telling you right up front, this Gaslight, GLP's Gaslight, it's a strong, strong blend. Great to get you going in the morning with your cup of coffee. Great to settle you down, relax you at night. There we go. We got a good cadence going on right now. When I say cadence, that means, I'll talk for a little bit and then I'll take a little puff. So I don't have to smoke it like a freight train and keep relighting it. Oh, yeah. That's good. It's the stuff I'm telling you, It will kick your ass. It's strong, man. So if you love Latakia, look up that Gaslight. It's not really hugely expensive. You know, a bunch of my subscribers, you know, I tell them about the tobaccos I like and why. And they're like, oh, I got to try that. And then, you know, I'll get a comment. Hey, man, Officers Club just came in today. I tried it. I love it. You were right. Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm right about this, too. This doesn't compare anything to Officers Club. Total different blend. Really Latakia rich, where Officers Club is more like a dessert, an English blend. This stuff will kick your ass. Mm-hmm. If you have a nice strong cup of coffee in the morning, smoke a bowl of Gaslight, your senses are going to be so heightened. You're going to be able to see around corners. You're going to be able to hear pilots talking 30,000 feet in the air. Mm-hmm. Somebody said I'd be a great salesperson for tobacco blends. I probably would be, but I have to really love them to endorse them. I couldn't just be one of these bullshit artists where, all right, Paul the Pipe Guy, here's 10 grand and sell this tobacco. If I don't like it, I ain't fucking selling it. It's like when I was in the car business. The owners of the car dealerships, they wanted me to sell these people all of this bullshit, aftermarket stuff. And if it's something that I wouldn't buy myself, I didn't offer it. And they're like, well, you know, your rust proofing sales are down. And I'm like, it's got a 10-year warranty against rust on this vehicle. They don't need that product. I wouldn't buy it. I says, but Mr. Car Dealer Owner, if you go look at my numbers, I'm making you a lot of money. We're very profitable in my department because I'm honest. And if I believe in something, I don't sell it. I say, hey, here's what I have on my vehicle. Or here's what I would recommend, and this is why, you know. Selling is not really selling. If you're a salesperson, okay, number one, you're not going to sell shit unless they like you. So, and people can see right through you these days. If you're not genuine, if you're not a genuine, good, honest person that's looking out for their interests, they see right through that. And it's like, this guy's bullshit. We're not going to buy shit from him. But if they like you, I used to have people sometimes when I was a salesperson in the car business, before I became a finance manager, and I'd walk out in the lot and they'd be like, what about this car? And I'd be like, you don't want to buy that car. Trust me. Well, why not? We like it. I says, that car has problems. We've bought it back already twice from 2 other customers. And I don't want you to buy something from me that you're going to have a problem with. But let me show you something else that's similar. And we can look at it. And if you like it, you know, I've got a couple choices for you. And all of a sudden they're like, wow, man, this, you know what? This guy's like my son or something. He's not going to steer me wrong, or he's like my brother, you know. And that's why I was so good at sales, because I was genuine, I was honest, I was, you know, if you're a salesperson and you're watching, the first thing that you need to do You have to pre-qualify people. And a good salesperson will know exactly what I'm talking about. In other words, you pre-qualify them. You say, okay, come on, let's go into my office. Let's talk a little bit, and you find out what their needs are, what their wants are. Maybe the wife wants something different than the husband wants, or maybe the kid wants something different than what the parents are willing to buy. So you sit them all down and you have a chat and you pre-qualify them. Okay, well, what are you looking to do with this product or this vehicle? What options are you looking at? Blah blah blah. Now with the internet, a lot of these people, they know more than the salesperson does when they come in. You know, and if you don't have your product knowledge down, and you're a salesperson, you are truly fucked, because you're going to look like an idiot. They're going to be asking you questions that they already know the answers to see what you know. And if you don't know them, or you're trying to bullshit them, they're going to be like, all right, we need to think about it. We got to go now. Yeah. And you lose the sale. I don't know if I have any subscribers that are sales representatives or not. But before you think about your paycheck, you better be thinking about what that customer, what their needs are, what their wants are, what their desires are, what's going to fit in with, what product is going to fit in with all of those things, where everyone in the group that's making the purchasing decision is happy. All right. If you don't do that, you're fucked. All right. You will not be successful. And if you think about your paycheck like, oh man, all right, if I sell this, I'm going to make, $500. You never, never, never think about your paycheck. Reason being, if you take care of the customer, you meet their needs, you agree on a fair market value price, whatever that they're happy with, and your manager and you are all happy with, and you don't think about how much am I going to make, the money comes. You take care of the customer, and then the money shows up. It just shows up every week in your paycheck by taking care of the client. Product knowledge, doing your job, and all of that stuff. Pre-qualifying people, making sure that, they didn't come in to buy, some electric car or something like that, and you're trying to sell them a truck, okay? Because you're going to make $2,000 commission on that. And I'm just using the car business because that's what I spent all my life in. We're going to take a little break. I'll be back in a nanosecond. All right, we're back. So, some of the best customer service representatives that I've seen, and I don't like the word salesman. I like the, customer service representative. Some of the best I've ever seen is the people when you call up to upgrade your phone, the Verizon people. Those people, they know, man, that, that people are savvy, cell phone savvy and all that stuff nowadays. They don't pressure you, man. They'll throw out a menu of stuff and say, hey, we have this available, this available, this available, but looking, based on what your prior usage is, this might fit better. What do you think? Yeah. They've already pre-qualified you. They know what your phone usage is and internet usage on your phone, all that stuff. So, but I always know what I want when I call these guys up when it's time to, get a new phone. And I kind of get cutting edge phones because I keep them for 3 or 4 years. So I want them to last. And, I'm with Verizon. A lot of people have tried contacting me. Oh, you want to switch to this or company? No. Been with Verizon for over 20 years. All right. Yeah, my bill's higher than everybody else's, but I don't care. If I call up, they're there. It's like with my auto insurance agent, Yeah, I could probably save, 20, 30, $40 a month. But I've been with the guy 30 years. When I call up, this guy owns 3, 4 agencies. He's a multimillionaire. If I want to talk to him, I just tell him my name and, oh, yeah, Paul, yeah, we know, yeah. And I talk right to the man, all right? That means something. You have customer loyalty because they look out for me. Now, they get a commission based on how much my insurance costs me per year. But they're always looking. When I turned 55, they called me up and they said, hey, we have great news. You're 55 and now you qualify for the over 55 discount. And I was like, cool. And it saved me like $30 a month. And so they're always looking to, save me money and stuff. And, and so I stick with them. I don't care about the internet auto insurance or whatever. I don't care if I save 40, $50 a month. I don't care. Because when the shit hits the fan, you're going to be texting customer service. You're not going to be able to call up and talk with a real person. And that has value to me. I'm old school. Yeah. So, yeah, well, we've gone on a lot about salespeople. I don't know why, but something just morphed into maybe somebody needs to hear what I said. I don't know. I used to be a sales trainer, all that stuff. I've been through the Dale Carnegie School. Yeah, I went through the Dale. It's like 12 grand, but I went for free because back in the late 70s, my mom went. She paid like 3 grand back then, way back then, and took me with her. I was just a kid, but I soaked it up. The more value that you show someone in something, all right, it's kind of like a scale. So the more value, the more options, the different values that a product has. All right, all of a sudden, the price on the other side doesn't mean as much because you're building value in that product. And that's where product knowledge comes in. You got to know your competition. You have to know your competition because your customer knows them better than most. So once you say, oh yeah, and this does this, where the competition, some of our competitors, they don't have this. This is a patented thing or whatever, and all of a sudden the price isn't so important because you built so much value in it. And they pull the trigger and they buy it. And you're not thinking about the money. The money will come. You take care of the customer. You have product knowledge. You pre-qualify them when they come in and you first meet them. You be likable. Wear an iron shirt, please. Don't look like you just took like the cleanest, dirtiest piece of laundry that you have and threw it on that morning because you were hungover from the night before. They don't want to deal with people like that. They want to deal with professionals. Anyways, yeah, I was a sales trainer and all of that stuff. Yeah. Could still do it. Yeah. It's just about, taking care of people. Anyways, we've gone on long enough. I'm Paul the Pipe Guy. Somebody must have needed to hear this. I don't know. Paul the Pipe Guy. God bless you all. Treat each other with love and kindness. Over and out.